Hey team, this is George. Appreciate your hard work and effort getting started on week one. I'll be giving you feedback Tuesday and Wednesday, or Tuesday. I'll have it done by Tuesday, and I can do anything on Wednesday. It's July 4th, and I enjoy some family time and just celebrate. And so let's jump into this week. We're going to have our first guest speaker. Sarah Lang and Victoria Bell are going to talk to us this evening at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. If you can't make it, don't worry, because it will be recorded. So think about being able to show up. These presentations are usually a lot of fun. So I look forward to seeing what Sarah and Victoria have to present for us. So that it's going to be interesting to say the least. And let's jump into what we are doing this week. So where does it say assignment? There it is. All right. So this is a great week to start our assignment because next week it's due. So if you start this week, you're going to be right on target with it. And a few things about it is one of the things that I love is this here. It is recommendations for creating your own case study. If you look at that one, you get this. And this is so important as we go through the process of our case study and everything else. Because if you notice, what do we have here? We have, do performers have the right information? Do they have what they need? Do they have the right resources and tools? So it's all about what they need here. So we're not jumping into saying the solution is this. We're still looking and trying to figure it out. And then this is a big one for me. Number 3, our incentives consequences aligned to encourage support or desired performance. So are you rewarding failure? Are you rewarding people who aren't doing the job well and discouraging people who are doing it well? It happens a lot, and sometimes it happens we don't even realize that we're doing it. I've been guilty of it before as well. And then our performer skill knowledge sufficient to do the job well? And if it's not, none of these definitively say this is the solution. That's where you come in as the human performance person, human performance technology person, to decipher all that's going on and come up with solutions. Because here, do they have the capacity to do the job? So are we hiring the right folks? So it could be a hiring thing. Are they motivated? So motivation, that is completely in the affective domain. So how are we motivating it? And are there interferences inhibiting performance? And that could be just about anything. So you want to ask those questions, and then you want to find the answers as well. And you can use your quick checklist. And then when it comes to an overall solution, it has to fit the organizational culture. So think from an organizational culture perspective as you're coming up with solutions, because that is extremely important, because there's going to be multiple different fixes that can be put into place, but it has to fit that organization. What does that organization value? So think of it from an organizational value perspective. Because if I give them a solution and it's not part of their value system, their intrinsic value system for the organization, it's really not going to help. Maybe have a short-term bump, but in the long term, the issue is still going to be there. So think about that. We have a couple examples. Well, first I'm going to show you the rubric. So I'm sure that you've all seen this rubric. It kind of talks about it point by point as we go through. We're going to describe the performance system. We're going to provide a brief description, create that. Now, I am going to give you an option, and then we have drivers of the performance gap and the table. And let's take a look at this one, performance gap. Notice that this person was, let's give credit where credit's due, Kelly Croft. She put this together, and it's very well written. But remember, it's only an example. You do not have to do it exactly this way. You can do it. This was written from an academic perspective as far as this piece up here. So you can also look at this from the perspective of you're a consultant giving a pitch or giving your thoughts and ideas to a company. So I'll be the organization, and you're going to write this for me. Now you can write this paper academically, or you can practice writing it as a consultant, whatever you find more meaningful, please do. The real difference between academic writing and consultant writing is you hit the high points right up front and then you put the detail below because you want people to be able to see exactly what you can do and then the details of the how if they choose to read that. And you always want something a little bit more than just the title page from academic writing. You want to bring me into this. So what are you going to do for me? So what's in it for me? So you want to be able to just draw people in with a cover that's meaningful. So I always use something that kind of connects what I've found with. I try to look at organizational culture and make it all a big fit there. So just a thought. You're welcome to do it either way. Have some fun with it, and absolutely enjoy the process of going through this because as we go through this process, we're going to hopefully be gathering a lot of different tools. In our discussion this week, we're going to be looking at job descriptions. And what's going to be interesting is what everybody finds. Some are going to be these grand pie in the sky job descriptions where one person can do everything. Some are going to be a lot more specific. So we're going to have the similarities and differences between our ID job postings right there. Ooh, let's mark this up too. Love to mark. So we're going to have our similarities and our differences between the two. Feel free to just use this as your template. And then, of course, you have to answer these questions right down here and enjoy it. Try to dig into this as far as the what surprised you and how might this impact your future job search. So you're going to be keying in on certain things. Did this give you any enlightenment as far as what you may be interested in even more? So think about so you use this discussion selfishly, as I like to say. So use it so you get something out of it, and in return, you're also giving a lot too by stating what you're getting out of it. So please do that and make it meaningful for you because this is our opportunity in these discussion forums to share our experiences and to get something from these as well as give. So I'm going to have your feedback done. I'll have it done by Tuesday. Wednesday is a holiday, July 4th. So I won't be online that day, but all the feedback should be in by Tuesday. And if you need to get a hold of me, I'm easy to get a hold of 760-912-9242. You can text, email, call, anything works. And have a fantastic week. Thanks for all the effort.